What time is it? It is BYD o'clock. That's right. I am in Mexico still, and I've finally, after much effort, tracked down my good friends at BYD. When I say my good friends, I mean I message them more than regular friends and have still never actually made contact. So I just came into the BYD dealership, showed them the messages with Sylvia in China, and they said, good enough for us. We're happy to help you even without this message. Check it out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm checking out the BYDs. I'm in one and I'm cooling off, and I'm gonna give you a quick tour and tell you what should be concerning if you're a Tesla shareholder and what should be encouraging if you're just a fan of EVs. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. So I am in the BYD Seal. And why am I in it instead of out in the showroom? Well, you could say it's because of copyright music playing outside, and it's very quiet in here. You can't hear it, which means you also can't hear road noise. You can hear me bonk my camera on the windshield. That's different. That's not something you should be doing. And also it's air conditioned in here, which I love. So I'm going to crank that up. Crank it up to here. Even though it might be a little unpleasant, I needs cools myself down. So there's only a few models here that I'm actually interested in. They've got a bunch of stuff. They've got hybrids. They've got electric cars. I mean, we could talk briefly about the BYD Shark. That is their hybrid pickup truck. It is a heck of a value. But no, let's talk about first this. This is the BYD Seal. This is the Model 3 competitor. Once you're in it, it doesn't feel like a competitor. It feels like it's run away with the show. Look at the quality of these seats. Look at the quality of these this material, this Alcantara. You've got your airbags and your A-pillars, of course. You've got your panoramic glass. You've got all that stuff. But what you've really got is a premium feeling. Now, I know a lot of us have come to the conclusion that we don't need 100,000 buttons. What we need is all the controls on our screen. They do an awfully good job of keeping them, a touch away. Nothing appears to be buried more than 2 buttons away. Touch to get to the screen, second touch to control it. That's as far as it goes. But a lot of stuff can be controlled right here. But then you've also got your buttons. You've got it all. You do have a display right here and a heads-up display, which you might be able to make out, 0 kilometers. So you've got, what do you want? Do you want the binnacle? Do you want the screen? Do you want the heads-up? You got it. You can have it. It's yours. Music. Well, look at that. They got Spotify built right in. I wonder if I can figure out how to control it. It's probably a button over here. Let's find out. By the way, you've got your cameras. And you can also put it in ghost mode so you can see through your car a little bit. So you can know where your overhang is when you pull in. 3D. What's 3D? Oh, I see. This is my 3D view. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Have I mentioned the price? I will. Let's turn that off. Oh, let's turn it back on. Parking. I don't know what I'm doing here. I see. Okay. Let's get back to, let's see what we can find. Is this the music screen? Nope, this is just Pandora. Radio. Oh, do I go over here? There it is. So what do you want? Do you want Android? Do you want Apple CarPlay? Do you want Spotify native? Do you want a radio? My friend, you have it. It is yours. So this car's got everything. Now I could play the sound to show you that it has premium sound, but then you would only hear it through my microphone. That's not going to help you. So we're not going to do that. But it does have premium sound. These are not available in the US now or maybe ever. But BYD is a global company competing in a global market. And this vehicle does include autonomous features, just like Tesla. I asked how it compares to Tesla. I asked the folks who are helping me. There's 2 people who are doing their best with their English while I do my best with my Spanish. And we get there. And they said, price-wise, it's about the same, but this is just a lot more car. And looking at it, compared to a Model 3, it is a lot more car. So let's talk about the price. $39,900. That's in thousands of dollars. $39,900, that's quite reasonable. That's quite reasonable. Now, they also have a BYD Seal, which I may be checking out tomorrow. They're going to schedule a test drive for me. Extra mile effort right there. Appreciate that, BYD. And I also had a chance to check out the Dolphin. So let's talk about that. Switch over to my B-roll of the Dolphin. I've only got a minute of it, so I'll try and shoot for that. The BYD Dolphin, I think that's the one. Is that the one that Mark and I from the TSLA Life went ahead and talked about? You didn't actually see the car. We talked about a video talking about it from CareSoft through Autoline. Oh, I'm talking layers. We're peeling back like ogres or onions. So what we've got is, it is a nice car. It is, I'm comparing it to the Renault Kwid E, Kwid E, I think it's called. And they're about the same price, but the Renault feels like a joke, and the BYD feels like a car. And the BYD has better, the Dolphin has better styling. It has cool patterns in the seats, things that don't really cost any more, if any more at all, but add a whole lot of character, and the quality is solid. And I mean, these cars are just really great. So BYD, one of these days I'm going to catch up with them. They have extended an invitation for me to come and check out the Experience Center in Shenzhen, China. But I don't have a budget for that. That's a very generous offer. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that immediately, but it would be very cool to see at some point. And at the very least, they'd like to see me. That's an improvement over some brands. So yeah, this has got everything. Let's check out the map real quick, because the map is effective. Oh, what am I doing? Wi-Fi, hotspot, personal, Bluetooth. I mean, it's got all this cool stuff. Here's your ADAS. Turn it on. Go to town. Hi, I can see my reflection. Hi. I guess I could just wave to the camera. Oh, yeah, you've got all the menus. And you can say, hey, BYD. Hi, BYD. Turn off the air. Maybe I'm not in the right mode. Maybe I think I have to have the key with me. But it does have voice commands. I can't speak to how well they work, but that's something you can look up other reviews on. I don't imagine anyone is watching this video trying to decide. Oh my gosh, it's all here. Ventilated seats. That's cool. Let's just do that. Oh, that's hot. I don't want hot. I want that cooled. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Let's get back to our map. It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Right on the home. And the thing about the map is, it is blazing fast. And it looks good. See that? It's got a little bit of animation to it. And where do you want to go? Here's everything. Fantastic. So good. Getting your user interface to work right, to look right, to be right is really challenging for any manufacturer, especially in, let's see, I'm just trying to turn the air down, make it a little quieter. Getting it to work right is tricky. And this is remarkably, intuitive, I should hope, but it actually works. It's actually fast. Let's put in our charging. See where it says to go. Great. Great. You got options. Porsche Smart Mobility, Tesla, of course, and Evergo. So that's fun. So that kind of reiterates my point that the one reason hybrids are still kind of a better choice in Mexico. I was talking with more people and asking, why? Why are hybrids so popular? And they said, yeah, for a lot of people, it's just less stressful. And for a lot of people, it's critical. We, may not have charging at our apartment. Okay. And I think they just got the other car ready. So I think I'm gonna go do that. Huh. Anyway, if not, I'll sign off here outside. But they're trying to communicate with me, I can tell. Okay, I'm back outside, finished up with the Seal. I don't know, it almost sounds weird. But I'm outside because once you get out of the car, you gotta contend with the copyright music. And as much as Dolly Parton will always love me, I think her copyright strikes would politely disagree. So that's what's going on with the BYDs. There may be a part 2 coming with a test drive with the Sea Lion. They're going to try and get that scheduled before I leave town, which will be in low but a matter of days. Now I've got the wind and the traffic to deal with. This is fun, isn't it? But this is what happens when we shoot in the wild. Yes, I added an H to my wild. I tell you, man, I am walking 10 to 12,000 steps a day despite the altitude. Pretty proud of myself. Nothing like the 12 to 16,000 average in Shanghai, but come on, man, that's sea level, that's rookie stuff. So hopefully this was educational. The value, even once exported, is insane. They're competing against legacy companies. That compact Dolphin compared to what you're getting from Renault for the same price, they're not even in the same league. They're not even in the same sport. So I don't know how you're going to compete. There is no buyer incentive here, where one brand has an advantage over another, where in the US, Tesla, if you go back just a year, Tesla had a $7,500 discount, and BYD, if you could get one, had a 35% tax premium, a tariff, and now that's 100%, and we still just won't let them in. Well, that's great for the USA. For other countries, it's more complicated. You have to compete head to head. And while Tesla does have a fantastic reputation and BYD is just getting their name out there, the rest of the world probably cares more about value than anything. The warranties are good, the product's good. I hope to get to see the Innovation Center one of these days in Shenzhen. But in the meantime, I'm doing my best to cover however I can. Guys, in the comments, what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? What did you think of that BYD Seal? It gets really good marks in all the reviews I've seen in terms of test drives. A lot of the assessment is, boy, this is almost as good as Tesla. And I believe it. But in a lot of markets, it's cheaper than Tesla. And it gives you a lot more bells and whistles. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you do. But stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots in the future. Do I even want to check out Honda and Kia? I feel like I know what they've got. And without a translator, I can't really ask how they're doing and get a very nuanced answer. So I'm probably going to pass on Honda and Kia. By the way, Honda and Kia, if you're watching, maybe get in touch with me. See if we can work something out, because you never call, you never write. All right.